and then all right and just surrender unto me. And here Rukmini Devi in the form of Jiva, or Rukmini Devi representing Jiva like all of us. So she's saying, Atmarpitascha bhavatotra vibho videhi. I'm surrendering to you. Please accept me. And then, what does she write? Mahavira bhagam abhimarshadu chaidya ara omayu vanmrugapater balimambujaksha. O Krishna, please come swiftly and deliver me. Please come swiftly and deliver me before Shishupala touches me. Before Shishupala touches me, like how a jackal takes the portion of a lion's meal. You know, if that happens in a forest, if a jackal steals the meal portion of a lion, it's a shame on lion. The whole world will ridicule the lion, saying that oh, this lion is good for nothing. This lion is not capable of fighting with other animals in the forest. So she's imploring, Rukmini Devi is imploring Krishna in various ways. We discussed, right? She was kind of threatening, blackmailing to Krishna. She's telling all the consequences. What happens if Krishna does not come? So by saying this, Rukmini Devi is pleading, is praying to Krishna to come and deliver her. And then,
Prabhuji, one quick question. Like here, Rukmani is like a fallen soul like us, and Shishupal is like a Maya, and this take away from this us from like that. We have to understand, like we can also write to Krishna like that,
yeah,
to take in that way. We have to observe the things, now, Prabhuji.
yeah. We discussed this in one of the classes.
Okay.
Maybe you were not there that time.
Yeah. Maybe I
Rukmini
have
Devi
dropped off.
represents Jiva, and
Mm-hmm.
Shishupala is Maya, and Rukmini's father, Bhishmaka, King Bhishmaka, he represents the intelligence. And the five sons of Bhishmaka, they represent five senses. So the senses are forcing the Jiva, Rukmini, to get attracted to Shishupala, to get married to Shishupala, which is Maya. Just like how our senses, they always force us to engage in sense gratification, to engage in Maya. And that's what we are all doing all the time. But when the intelligence, in the form of Bhishmaka has been lost, this is what happens. The intelligence should be driving the mind and senses, but when the intelligence is lost, then the mind and senses will go haywire. Haywire means they'll go abruptly, randomly here and there. They'll be distracted. They'll be engaged in sense gratification. So first uh, we have to identify a guru. Rukmini Devi, just like how she identified this Brahmana to send a letter to Krishna, the Brahmana who carried the letter to Krishna represents Guru. Like that, in our life, we need to identify a Guru who can connect us with Krishna. So the Brahmana connected Rukmini to Krishna. Like that, in our life, we need to identify a Guru who can connect us with Krishna, who can pass on our prayer, our message to Krishna. Because we don't have access to Krishna directly. By Krishna's mercy, we get a Guru, and by the mercy of Guru, we see Krishna. So when Krishna sends Guru by his mercy, we don't see Krishna. So we receive Guru in our life, and by the mercy of Guru, once we start following the instructions of Guru and serve the Guru sincerely, once the Guru is pleased, Guru will send our prayer and message to Krishna. Guru will give a recommendation to Krishna. When Guru, who is a pure devotee of Krishna, gives recommendation to Krishna, Krishna will listen. That's why in Damodarashtakam, what do we say? In the last shloka, what do we say? Namo Deva, no. Nama, Namo Radhikayai Tvadiya Priyayai Namo
Namo Nandaliyaya Devaya
Nandaliyaya
Tubhyam.
So Namo Radhikayai. So Radhika is Radharani is like that Guru who can give recommendation to Krishna. So Satyavarta Muni, who is the author of Damodarashtakam, after giving his prayer in the 7 shlokas in various different ways, he says, I'm very fallen. I'm a very fallen soul. I don't have anybody. Huh? And he says that you gave mercy to Kuvera and Nalakuvera and Manigriva. So he gives a lot of details in the previous 7 shlokas. And he thinks, if nothing else works, whatever I have said so far, if nothing else works, let me invoke recommendation letter. Let me open the recommendation letter. So that recommendation is Radhika, Radharani.
So please
So,
recommend about us, Prabhuji. You are please recommend us about. I mean, you recommend us to Krishna.
I can pray. I cannot recommend. I can pray to Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu.
And if there is any sincerity in me, Krishna will listen. Similarly, you all pray for me, and Krishna will listen to you on my behalf. So
Sure.
we pray for each
Thank you,
other.
Prabhu.
We pray for each other. That's how we grow in spirituality. Since we are talking about this Guru Tattva, right? The importance of Guru and the position of Brahmana who carried letter to Krishna, the Brahmana represents Guru. I just got reminded of a nice story. Does anyone know what is Krishna's most favorite game? Krishna used to play a lot of games with Gopa boys in Vrindavan. So what is Krishna's most favorite play?
Stealing butter.
Hmm?
Stealing butter.
Stealing butter. It's not a game. It's a stealing activity. It's not a game. Game is something you do it publicly without hiding anything, without fearing for anybody, no restrictions. You play in the open ground. Stealing butter happens secretly.
Hide and seek, Prabhuji. Hide and seek.
Ah, yes, hide and seek. Yeah, very good. So once Krishna was playing a hide and seek game with his friends, Gopa boys. Uh, and Krishna thought that so Krishna, it is Krishna's turn to hide. Krishna goes and hides somewhere. Everybody counts their numbers. They close their eyes and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. తెలుగులో ఉంటుంది కదా, ఏమంటారు అది?
దాగుడు మూత దండాకు.
దాగుడు మూత దండాకు. ఎక్కడ దొంగలు అక్కడే
సాంబార్ పొడి.
Something like that. So so Krishna does that, and then the Gopa boys, they immediately catch him. Within no time they catch him. Krishna is surprised. I thought they will have a hard time finding me. And Krishna says to those Gopa boys, saying that all the devas, devadi deva, all the devatas, they find it very hard to find me. And how come you all found me very, very quickly? Because all the devas, including Brahma, Indra, Varuna, Vayu, they all pray to Krishna, they all glorify, they all sing the glories of Krishna, they all chant the names of Krishna to know Krishna, to find him, to see him. But Krishna is not obtained so easily. There is a shloka in Srimad Bhagavatam, very, very beautiful, which talks about this prayers of different devatas who glorify Krishna. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Maruta Stuvanti Divyai Charai Vedai Sangha Padakramopanishadair Gayanti Yat Samaga Dhyanavastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yogino Yasyantam na vidhu sura suragana devaya tasmai nama. Yasyantam vidhu, yasyantam na vidur. Na vidur means with, the word with means to know. Na vidhu means they do not know me. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Maruta Stuvanti Divyai Saha. Brahma, Indra, Varuna, all these Maruta, all these celestial beings, they pray me. They sing Samaveda. They sing, they sing my glories. They chant my name. But still, Yasyantam Navidur, Sura, Devagana. They do not know me. And here, the Gopa boys in Vrindavan, they caught hold of Krishna so easily. So Krishna asks, how did you find me so quickly? I thought, I thought it's going to be evening by the time you find me. But you found me so quickly. How? How is it possible? Explain to me. Then the Gopa boys tell something very interesting. They tell that we saw some peacocks opening their peacock feathers and screaming out loud and looking towards the direction where you are hiding. So Krishna could not understand this. It did not make sense to Krishna because it was a daytime and it was a summer time. When do peacocks open their feathers and scream out loud?
Just before the rain.
Just before the rain. Okay? But here,
Cloudy.
it was a summer time. During daytime, there were no signs of clouds or rains. That's what Krishna was surprised. It's a broad daylight. It's a summer time. There's no rain. And you are telling there were peacocks who opened feathers and screaming out loud, pointing towards the direction where I was hiding. I don't believe this. Then the Gopa boys explain, saying that, oh Krishna, the peacocks, when they looked at you, they thought it's a rain cloud.
Oh, okay.
Krishna is Ganasham, right? That's one of the names of Krishna. Ganasham.
Ambuja.
Sham or Ganasham.
Megasham.
So Ganashama means Ghana means the intense cloud. The intense cloud. Shama is dark. So the Gopa boys tell Krishna that, oh Krishna, when the peacocks saw you, they thought you are the rain cloud, and then they thought it's going to rain. That's why they opened their feathers and they screamed out loud, and they looked at the direction where you are hiding. Krishna held his head and then said, "Oh, how can I enjoy this game? If you guys are finding me so easily like this, I'm disappointed. I want to enjoy this game." So the Gopa boys consider. So in this game, the Gopa boys are Jivas, and the peacock represents Guru. Just like how the Gopa boys were able to find Krishna by hearing the sound from the peacocks. Similarly, we need to hear Krishna Katha from Guru, like Srila Prabhupada is Jagat Guru, who has given this beautiful literature of Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and so many other books. So when we hear the Vani, the Shastra Vani from the Gurus, then we can find Krishna. So the peacocks represent Guru, and the sounds, the loud screaming sounds made by peacocks represents the Vani, the Shastra Vani. So when we hear that, we can find Krishna. So, okay. So that was third shloka, right? Tanmay Bhavan Kaluvrata Patirangajaya Aradito
Atmarpitascha
Atmarpitascha Bhavatotra Vibho Videhi Mavira Bhagam Abhimarshadu Chaitya Arad Gomayuvan Mrugapater Palimambu Jaksha. And then the fourth one. Fourth one is Purteshtadatta Nayama Vritadeva Vipra
Varshana
Ruvarchanadi Biralam Bhagavan Pareshaha Aradito Yadi Gadagraja
Ityapam.
Etyapanim Grihnatu Mena Damagosha Sutadayo.
Ayoni.
Okay.
Ayoni.
So here we discussed the concept of Pani Grahanam. In the marriage, the important event, important ceremony, one of the important ceremonies is Pani Grahanam, joining the hand of the boy and girl, the bride and bridegroom. So here, Rukmini Devi indicating that Pani Grahanam and asking Krishna, Oh Krishna, if I have sufficiently worshipped you means worshipped the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If I have sufficiently worshipped you by performing different vratas,
fire.
giving different so many charities, by following Purteshta Datta Purta means giving charity to Brahmana, digging wells. Ishta means sacrifices, fire sacrifices, yajnas, homas. If I have sufficiently performed yajnas, homas, Purteshta Datta is charity. Purteshta Datta Niyama means following rules and regulations. Vrata is doing vratas like Ekadashi Vrata, Varalakshmi Vrata, and so on. Purteshta Datta Niyama Vrata Deva Vipra. If I worshipped the Devatas, if I worshipped the Brahmanas, Vipra, and Guru Varchana, if I have performed worship to Gurus, Guru Varchanadi, Adi, etc. If I have done all these, as a worship to Supreme, now this is the most important thing here. Okay, when we read this this shloka, right? Rukmini Devi is telling that I have performed so many vratas, I have followed so many niyamas, rules and regulations, I have given a lot of charity, I have performed fire sacrifices. So someone may think that okay, I also need to do all this. I also need to do all these, like worship of demigods, worship of devatas. I need to worship, Ganesha, Shiva, Brahma, Indra, Varuna, Vayu, Agni, and so on. I need to give a lot of money in charity. So I need to do all these things as pious activities. But Rukmini Devi, what is she telling? All these things she is doing as a worship of Bhagavan. Guruvarchanadi Biralam Bhagavan Pareshaha. Guruvarchanadi Biralam Bhagavan Pareshaha. Alam means sufficiently. Remember Allam and you will remember this word. Alam. Alam, whenever you see Allam in the kitchen, you should remember this shloka. In fact, in Mukundamala Stotra, Kulashekara Alvar, there is a shloka. Alam alam alameka pranina patakasya. So there are many alams there. Okay. So Guruvarchanadi Biralam Bhagavan Pareshaha. So she says that if I have performed all this as a worship to Supreme Personality of Godhead, the worship of Guru, the performance of fire sacrifices, yajnas, the charity, the following of various vratas, all these things, if I have done as a worship of Supreme Personality, then you please come and take me away. Guruvarchanadi Biralam Bhagavan Pareshaha, and then Aradito Yadi Gadagraja.
Etyapanim.
No. That's the one, or that's the third shloka, right? Oh, yeah, this is the one. Yeah. Aradito Yadi Gadagraja Etyapanim Grihnatu Me Nadamagosha Spadayonye.
Nasutadayonye.
So before the son of Damagosha, who is Shishupala, the son of Damagosha is Shishupala. Before Shishupala comes, you come and do Pani Grahanam with me. Gadagraja Etya Panim Grihnatu Me Nadamagosha Sutadayonye. So what is one important thing that we discussed during this shloka last week?
If I have done any of the one, means like fasting or this is good, then you come and take me. Otherwise, it will all that is in vain, Prabhuji.
Yeah, no, that I just explained now.
We should start doing pious activities to get that qualification.
Okay. Yeah, and Rukmini Devi also tells, if I have performed all these pious activities from various lifetimes, from many lifetimes, not just this lifetime, but from many lifetimes, because it is impossible to obtain Krishna by performing these pious activities in one life. So that's why Rukmini Devi is saying that if at all I have performed all these pious activities for many lifetimes, let the benefit of all the pious activities from many lifetimes manifest now and help me obtain you. So Prabhupada writes in the purport of that shloka that it is impossible to obtain Krishna. Impossible in the sense it's difficult. For a sincere seeker, for a sincere sadhaka, it is possible. But for most of us, it is a difficult task. That's why the benefit of the pious activities that we have performed for many lifetimes should manifest now and help us connect with Krishna. And the reason and the proof of that is that we are all in bhakti. The reason why we are all in bhakti in this bhakti marga is because of the benefit of the pious activities that we have done in many lifetimes in the past. Not just one lifetime, but many lifetimes in the past. All the punya karma, the sukruti that we have done, that is manifesting now. That's why we are in this bhakti marga. So we just began to know about Krishna. It's a long journey, but at least we have begun our journey. So we just bought the ticket. You can consider like that. We just bought the ticket. It's a long journey and we are on the flight. So in addition to all this, we discussed one important point about this fourth shloka, Panigrahana.
Regarding Panigraham, or you mentioned that she's using the names of, instead of directly calling Krishna, she is telling Gadagraja, and then there she's the elder's name she's taking.
Bhagavan.
Yeah, we discussed that also. Okay, so first let's discuss the meaning of different names, and then we'll come to the other point that I was asking. So if you observe the four shlokas so far, Rukmini Devi is using different names in different contexts. For example, in this shloka, fourth shloka, she is using the name Paresha, Bhagavan and Paresha. Bhagavan and Paresha. Bhagavan means the Supreme Personality, the Devadi Deva. The reason why she is using this name Bhagavan is to clear any misconceptions that people may have when they read this shloka, right? Purteshta datta niyama vrata deva vipra guruvarchanadi viralam Bhagavan Paresha. So she's giving a list of all ritualistic activities that people would generally do in Hinduism. In Hindu culture, people generally perform these ritualistic activities, right? They perform this puja, this vrata, that vrata, this fasting, that fasting, various homas, and worship of various goddesses, worship of various devatas. They all do that as a separate activity. So here, Rukmini Devi is clearing all those misconceptions, saying that one should not be attached to the material benefits and perform these activities. Rather, one should perform all these things as a worship of Krishna. If somebody is doing some yajna, some homa, it should be done as a worship of Krishna. If somebody is doing some vrata, I mean, all the ladies, they do Varalakshmi vrata. Even ISKCON people, they do Varalakshmi vrata. Okay? But the same Varalakshmi vrata should be done as a worship of Vishnu and Lakshmi together. If somebody is fasting on Ekadashi day, that should be done as a worship of Krishna. Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita, in chapter 9, shloka number 27, Yat karoshi yad ashnasi yad juhosi dadasi yat tapashyasi kaunteya tat kurushva madarpanam. Krishna says, whatever you do, whatever sacrifices you do, whatever charity you do, whatever you eat, do everything as an offering to me. Tat kurushva madarpanam. Krishna is not stopping us from doing all these things. Krishna is not asking us to eat. Yad ashnasi, whatever you eat. Ashna means to eat. Yad ashnasi, whatever you eat, do that as an offering to me. That means first you offer the food as bhoga to Krishna, and then you accept as prasadam. Yat karoshi, whatever you do, whether you are a software engineer, teacher, a politician, a father, mother, do that as an offering to me. Do that as a worship of Krishna or Vishnu. Don't look at all these activities as separate activities. We should connect everything to Krishna. So Rukmini Devi is banning, is condemning the worship of the devatas and performing any ritualistic activities. If somebody is worshipping Ganesha, yes, it is bona fide. They can worship Ganesha. But that worship of Ganesha should be to connect to Krishna, to connect to Vishnu. Ganesha is known as Vigna Vinashaka, one who removes obstacles. So we should pray to Ganesha, saying that, oh Ganesha, if there are any obstacles on the path of my bhakti sadhana, please remove them and connect me to the Supreme Personality. Okay. So Bhagavan, that is the meaning of the word Bhagavan here. That is the significance or the purpose, the context why Rukmini Devi is using the word Bhagavan to indicate the worship of Supreme Personality. Another name that Rukmini Devi uses is Paresha. Para plus Isha. Isha means controller. Paresha means the supreme controller. Paresha means the supreme controller. So Krishna, as we all know, Krishna is the supreme creator, supreme proprietor, supreme controller, supreme maintainer, and supreme enjoyer. So why is Rukmini Devi invoking Paresha aspect of Krishna, the supreme controller aspect of Krishna? The reason is Rukmini Devi, who represents Jiva, is in a helpless situation. And she doesn't have any control on her situation. She is stuck in the material world. When the Jiva is stuck in the material world, we do not have any control on many things that are happening in our life. We just have to tolerate. We just have to accept everything and tolerate. So Chandrakala and Shesha Bhavani, who attended the tolerance class yesterday in Bellevue Temple, they would know what I'm talking here. So because we do not have control on pretty much everything in life, we have to accept everything. We have to tolerate and accept everything. There are very few things on which we have control, but many things we don't have control on. That's why in the Christian missionaries, in the churches, there is a prayer. It's called Serenity Prayer. Serenity Prayer. The Serenity Prayer is like this. Oh God, please give me the intelligence. Please give me the strength to accept those that I cannot change. Oh God, please give me the strength to tolerate or to accept those on which I don't have control and I cannot change. The second part of the prayer is, oh God, please give me the ability to change those things on which I have control. I repeat, the second part of the prayer is, oh God, please give me the ability to change those things on which I have control. And the third part of the serenity prayer is, oh God, please give me the intelligence to discriminate or to distinguish between the things that I have control on and the things that I don't have control on. It's a beautiful prayer. Serenity, it's called Serenity Prayer. It's very beautiful.
Especially third line is very good, Prabhuji. So we don't know how to discriminate.
Yeah. In our life, whenever something happens, immediately we try to change that. We think we have control. We think we can change it. But this prayer says, oh God, please give me the intelligence to differentiate between the things that I have control on, between the things that I don't have control on. The things that I can change, things that I cannot change. So here Rukmini Devi, she doesn't have any control on the particular situation that she is in. The situation is the marriage is finalized to Shishupala and the marriage ceremonies have already started. And involuntarily she is participating in the marriage ceremonies. Helplessly. She doesn't have any control on the situation. That's why she's calling out to that personality who has control on everything. The supreme controller, Paresha. So that's the meaning of, that's the purpose or meaning of the context why Rukmini Devi used the name Paresha. Bhagavan and Paresha. See, every word of Srimad Bhagavatam is fully loaded, just like Ganashyam, right? Ganashyam means it's an intense cloud. Like that, every word is like a gana. It's full of nectar. So in poetry or in the shlokas, in the kirtans, in the bhajans, in the lyrics, in the literature or the lyrics or the text of the poetry or the scriptures, there are three important aspects that are involved. One is Artha Gauravam. Artha Gauravam means the depth of the words. The depth of the words. Each word in Srimad Bhagavatam, each shloka, the word of each shloka has an in-depth meaning. That is Artha Gauravam. And then there is Padalalityam. Padalalityam means the uh, the soft nature of the words. The soft nature or the melodious, the choice of words basically. Padalalityam means the choice of words, sweet words. Sweet words. And then the third one is, so Artha Gauravam, Padalalityam. Third one is metaphor, upama. Not the eating upma, but upama. In Sanskrit, upama means metaphor, alankaras. Right? In Sanskrit, Telugu we call alankaras, metaphor. So three things are needed. The in-depth meaning of the words, the choice of words, and the metaphors. So the poets use different analogies, different metaphors to describe things. And when they use the choicest words to describe something, and when we understand the deeper meaning of those words, we can relish that very nicely. So Paresha, see, so much can be talked about this one word, Paresha. How Krishna is Supreme Controller, why Rukmini Devi is invoking that aspect of Krishna as Supreme Controller. So we need to go in depth like this, then we can understand Rukmini Devi's emotions and feelings. Rukmini Devi actually wrote that letter to Krishna using golden ink. Okay, she has the paper which is made of palm leaves or bark tree. So let's imagine the color of the bark tree or the leaf is dark in color, and she used golden ink to write these letters. And when she was writing, when she was expressing her feelings and emotions in this letter, she was crying, and her tears dripped into these letters that she wrote with golden ink, and then they dried up. They dried up and sang and sunk in these letters. In movies we see, right? If somebody loves a girl, they write a letter with blood. So, but this is the ultimate thing what Rukmini Devi has done. She uses golden ink, because when you're writing letter to the Bhuvana Sundara, who is the possessor of all Kalyana Gunas. It has to be something special. It cannot be an ordinary ink. So she uses a special ink, golden ink, writes the letters, writes her words, and as she is crying with his emotions and feelings, the tears are dripping into these letters and they are dried up, and that's how the Brahmana carries this letter to Krishna. And he explains, the Brahmana actually explains to Krishna, saying that, "Oh Krishna, Rukmini Devi wrote this letter with her tears. Her tears have dried up in the letters of Rukmini Devi." So only when we go deeper into the words and understand their meaning, we will not get the feelings of Rukmini Devi or any prayer for that matter. So every set of prayers, when we read the Prahlada prayers, Dhruva prayers, Bhishma Stuti, Kunti Stuti, we need to go deep into the words like this. Then you will never forget. Then the shloka memorization becomes very easy, and you will never forget this message. The meditation becomes easy. The remembrance of Krishna, the smarana becomes easy, and Krishna can shower mercy very easily. So, and in another shloka, she used the word Mukunda. Mukunda means Muktim Dadati iti Mukunda. Mukunda is one of the names of Krishna. Mukunda Mala Stotra. So Kulshekar Alvar uses that name Mukunda there, indicating that praying to Krishna that, oh Krishna, I'm stuck in this Bhavasagara, please liberate me. Please give me liberation. So Rukmini Devi also uses that name Mukunda because she is stuck. She's stuck in this situation and she wants to be liberated. She wants to be delivered by Krishna. Katva Mukunda Mahati Kulashila Rupa. Second shloka. In the very second shloka itself, she uses this word Mukunda. Katva Mukunda Mahati Kulashila Rupa. Vidya Vayo Dravina Dhamabhi Atmatulyam. And then there was another name, Narasimha. She invokes that name, Narasimha, to remind Krishna of his potency, how Narasimha fought with Hiranyakashipu and how he killed Hiranyakashipu. If you want to understand how powerful that fight or how powerful that killing of Hiranyakashipu by Narasimha, you have to listen to some lectures by Sri Vaishnava devotees. When you find some lectures from Sri Vaishnava people on YouTube, you hear those descriptions. It's explained so beautifully how powerful it is. See, when we sing Narasimha prayers, Namaste Narasimhaya, we attend Narasimha Arti, we attend Narasimha Chaturdashi festival. Little do we know how powerful that fight, how powerful the killing of Hiranyakashipu by Narasimha was. How ferocious the Rupam of that Ugra Narasimha Rupam was. It's not just ordinary. It's not just like Ramachandra's Rupam. Ramachandra also fought with Rakshasas. Krishna also killed demons. But the Narasimha Rupam is the pinnacle of his Viryata. If there is a benchmark for Krishna's Krishna or Vishnu's strength and Viryata, it is Narasimha Rupam. Unparalleled avatara. It's a special avatara, the way he fought with Hiranyakashipu, because Hiranyakashipu is not an ordinary person. With his tapasya, he made Indra as a cook, as a cook in his kitchen. Indra was cooking for Hiranyakashipu. And Varuna, Vayu, they were cleaning the dishes in Hiranyakashipu's home. Varuna, who gives the rain, he is using water and washing the dishes in Hiranyakashipu's kitchen. Now imagine the power of Hiranyakashipu. So to kill such a powerful personality, you need yet another powerful, form. So that's why Rukmini Devi is invoking Ugra Narasimha Rupam, that Viryata of Narasimha Avatara, by calling Kale Nrsimha Naraloka Manobhiramam. Okay. So, what are the other names that we saw so far? Bhuvana Sundara, the Mr. World, the most beautiful in the entire creation.
Ambujaksha.
Ambujaksha, yeah. Where did she use that?
Gomayu Vanmrugapater Balimambuja.
Vanmugapate, Balimambujaksha. So who can tell what is the significance of that name, Ambujaksha there? No, I cannot hear Shiva. You're on mute.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Ambuja means it's a lotus flower.
Yeah.
Aksha means eyes. Lotus-eyed personality.
Okay.
Ambuja Aksha. And maybe Ambudi means it also means cloud, I guess, right? Ambudi.
No,
I
no.
don't know.
The meaning that you explained first is good.
Okay.
Ambujaksha means lotus-eyed one.
Lotus-eyed one. Yeah.
But why did Rukmini Devi use that name here? What's the significance? She could have used any other name, right?
Lotus petals are very wide, so Krishna's eyes are very wide, so that he can realize
See
the
her situation. Or
situation and he can come and save her.
No, no. That's not what we discussed.
She is Mahalakshmi, form of lotus, and then she belongs to Krishna, who's lotus-eyed.
Yeah. No. No, what you said is correct, but in this context, that's not the purpose why she used that name, Ambujaksha.
How
pleading Krishna to show mercy by looking by his lotus eyes, kind of.
No.
Lotus is meant for purity, though it, no.
So let's read that shloka again. Mavira Bhaga Mabimarshadu Chaitya Arad Gomayu Vanmrugapater Balimambujaksha. O Krishna, please come swiftly and take me away before this jackal of Shishupala steals away the portion of lion.
when lion comes, all animals will run away. So
Oh, okay. It's like sharp-eyed lion. How it comes to attack jackal before it touches his food. In the same way,
all the animals.
Krishna, you should also have that sharpen looks and then come and save me, kind of.
No, that's not what we discussed.
Is it correct, Prabhuji? If lion comes, all animals will run away from
Will
lion.
run.
No, but how does
Ambujaksha.
how is it connected to Ambujaksha? Lion is not known by wide eyes. Lion is known by,
Panja.
the Julu, or,
Power
the
of Panja.
gracious walk, the stylish walk. Yeah. Okay. So that's a homework for you all to remember, recollect what we discussed. You go and read the shloka, go read the translation again, try to recollect what we discussed on this, and we'll discuss the answer tomorrow. Ambujaksha. Okay. What are the other names?
Gadagraja.
Gadagraja. Gadagraja is just like how in a Shubhalekha, in a wedding invitation, how you write, the bridegroom's name, son of the so and so, father and mother's name, and the bride's name, Chiranjeeva Lakshmi Saubhagyavati, the bride's name, and then the parents' name. So like that, Rukmini Devi is writing Chiranjeeva Sri Krishna, Chiranjeeva Sri Krishna, son of Devaki and Vasudeva. Now she's calling the names of the parents without directly calling their names. She's saying Gadagraja, oh elder brother of Gada. Now Gada is son of Devaki and son of Vasudeva and Devaki's sister. Okay, so that's the purpose of Gadagraja there. What are the other names?
Prabhuji, the previous one is she's threatening. She's blackmailing. I mean, she's threatening Krishna. In that context, she used that word. If you didn't come, all will thought that. I mean, like నువ్వు వచ్చి కానీ నన్ను సేవ్ చేయ. Everybody.
They will ridicule you. They will ridicule you.
Yeah, she's threatening Krishna.
Yeah, that's correct. You are coming closer, but I need that specific point. Why she used that word Ambujaksha? So you're almost there. You just need to recollect some more.
Lion is the king of animals. Likewise, lotus is the highest of flowers, like best flower.
Okay, so since anyways you're all very curious and Sarita is almost closer, so let me tell the answer. So the reason why she used Ambujaksha is Ambujaksha means lotus-eyed one. The lotus petals are generally wide. That's why there is an elaborative description of the same thing in Vishnu Sahasranama. No. In Vishnu Sahasranama, what is that, Sarita? Ayataksham. What is that? Pundarika-ayataksham, right? Pundarika-ayataksham. Pundarika-ayataksham is also lotus-eyed one. But Ayata means wide eyes, wide open eyes. In general, Ambujaksha also means wide eyes like the petals of lotus flower. So Rukmini Devi is saying that, oh Krishna, don't just stand like a statue with your eyes wide open and watch Shishupala come and take me away.
Okay.
తెలుగులో అంటారు కదా ఊరికే బొమ్మలా నిలబడి గుడ్లప్పగించి చూడొద్దు అంటారు కదా.
ఓకే,
అదనమాట ఇక్కడ. గుడ్లు అంటే అంబుజాక్ష.
Uses it twice, Prabhuji, even the last sloka also.
Yeah, last sloka also. Yeah. So when we come there, we'll understand, what is the meaning of Ambujaksha there. Most likely it may be the same meaning, but we'll see what is it.
Maybe ఇది గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలి. అప్పుడు అడుగుతారు మళ్ళీ.
ఏంటది?
అప్పుడు మళ్ళీ అడుగుతారు, సో గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలి.
Ambujaksha. So don't just stand there like a statue with your eyes wide open when Shishupala is coming and stealing the portion of a lion. That's a shame. That will be shame on you, Krishna. Only Rukmini Devi can say like this. Yeah. Okay, so it's 9:47. I think we'll stop here. We'll continue. The other most important point I was asking about Panigrahanam, which we already discussed last time, and I think nobody is able to recollect that. Okay, that can be homework actually. Okay, so the homework is, we discussed about the fourth shloka, about the Panigrahanam concept. We discussed one important thing, one philosophical point we discussed. So what is that? You try to recollect. If not,
With
you won't.
Karavalambam, Prabhuji. You mentioned. Yeah.
Karavalambam. Yes, we discussed that Karavalambam. So, okay, we'll discuss more about Karavalambam tomorrow. The kirtan that I played in the very beginning, I think only few people were there. Annapurna was there, Shamala was there, Chandrakala was there when I was playing that kirtan. I played this kirtan called Sri Lakshmi Narasimha Karavalamba Stotram, written by Adi Shankaracharya.
Yeah, is it the same sloka? It comes as a background music when his Panchapranas come into his body. Narsingadev lifts his body. In the movie, I'm saying, there is a background song. So, Lakshmi Narasimha
No.
అని సాంగ్ ఏదో వస్తుంది కదా.
No. Yeah, this one I can send this link to everyone, but
Oh,
it's an ashtakam. 8 shlokas are there. Every line ends like this: Lakshmi Nrsimha Mama Dehi Karavalambam.
same. Yeah.
Lakshmi Nrsimha Mama Dehi Karavalambam.
Karavalambam.
Yeah. So we'll discuss more about this tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay. And Srividya, so another homework.
Correct.
Since you already answered this question, another homework. So what did we discuss about Karavalambam in the last class?
Don't answer. If you answer again,
Huh?
again. If we answer again, we'll get one more.
Again, there will be another homework.
Okay, Prabhuji.
So that's the homework. I have to give some homework. Otherwise, I'll not feel good.
You were
So what specific point we discussed about Karavalambam? Okay. So with that, we'll pause here for today and we'll continue tomorrow. Thank you everyone for joining. Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
Jai.
Prabhupada ki.
Jai.
Hare Krishna.